Welcome back. It is time for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have us all talking.
We're joined by Tracy Johnson of Tempo Milwaukee, and Jeff Wagner is back. It is the day Packers fans never wanted to see. Donald Driver announcing his retirement. The 37-year-old posted a message on his Facebook page saying, "I could never have made it this long without the love and support of the fans." The Packers will hold an official retirement celebration for Driver in the Lambeau Field atrium February 6th. Our question: should Driver retire? 37 is old for the NFL.
Don't make me feel old here.
I know, it does. But, you know, he has even said it. You know, you get older, your body doesn't do what it used to do.
I'm 37. I resent that.
Well, it's okay for sitting on the desk.
And
You're
resemble
right.
it a little bit.
One of the, I think I got T-shirts that are older than 37 years. You know.
Yeah, that makes you a dinosaur.
Well, okay. But, you know, one of the things, kind of tying into that, is I can remember so many great athletes that I followed when I was growing up. I mean, Johnny Unitas, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. He doesn't finish his career playing for the Baltimore Colts. He ends up in San Diego. Joe Namath doesn't finish his career with the Jets. He ends up, you know, in Los Angeles. Muhammad Ali fighting, you know, some of those last fights. I mean, one of the greatest prize fighters, if not the greatest of all times. I always like it when athletes know when it's time. And you got to give them a lot of credit. I'm sure it's really tough when this is what you've done and you've had this incredible success. But I just think it's great when you know, all right, time to move on to whatever the next phase of my life is going to be.
It's hard to find somebody who doesn't think this is the best thing to ever happen to Donald Driver. There's a broadcast booth somewhere with his name on it, endorsement deals with his name written all over it. He is going out on the tippy top of his game. He's pristine.
Okay, if you're Donald Driver, what do you do? I mean, the world is your oyster right now.
He said he's writing a book. One's coming out.
Do you stick with the Packers in some capacity, or do you, leave the team behind to go make it big in broadcast, work for ESPN or something like that?
Well, I think it depends what you want to do. I mean, you can go the coaching route, and I think he'd probably be great with that, very, very respected. But that's, that's a particular career track, and not every ex-football player wants to go on to be a coach, but the world really is his oyster. I mean, I tell you, and you compare this. I know we were kidding around earlier, but you compare the way Driver's going out to say the way number 4 went out. Just a completely different set of circumstances.
He wrapped up everything very nicely.
Bert Fair,
yeah.
I forget his name.
We don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but we all wish him the best. What a great career.
Mary was a Niners fan anyway. Coming up next, something about Mary reference. Come on, people. One state says no way to a man's request to get gay-oriented personalized license plates. Really? Nobody gets it. Always Jeff Wagner from News Radio 620 WTMJ. A club in Madison has canceled all of its upcoming hip-hop shows. The club is called The Frequency. It's made this announcement a couple days after a fight at the club led to a gun going off.
Nobody was hurt, and by the time police got there, everybody was gone. That fight did happen during a hip-hop concert. So should they go to this extreme?
This reminds me in a lot of ways of the reaction that we had with River Splash. I think it was very reactionary. I think they didn't think this through. There weren't incidents before this, and I just think it may have been a little too reactionary.
Easy for you to say, Ms. Johnson. I mean, here's the bottom line of this. The guy that runs the promoter, or the guy that owns the club, has a liquor license. His landlord, the cops, and the neighbors said, look, we can't have this type of stuff going on. He produces a lot of different shows. The only time they apparently have problems is when they do hip-hop. The reality is, Jimmy Buffett parrot heads don't shoot off guns. The hip-hop crowd does. And for whatever reasons, he's simply saying, look, I'm not going to take this risk. This is my license. Sorry, but a couple knuckleheads spoil it for everybody.
I mean, you wear goofy hats and shirts when you go to your concert. It's some in the hip-hop culture because they glamorize a lot of guns.
Right.
Some of them pack heat.
Right, and it creates problems. I mean, I think that's the issue the guy is dealing with. And it's unfortunate because it's maybe unfair to everybody out there that enjoys this, but the man is concerned with his liquor license. He doesn't want to get evicted. He doesn't want to have the club shut down. So he's saying, hey, the way I do this is I'm just going to avoid this genre that has been attracting problems.
And it is his business and his choice. So Let's see, topic number 3. The state of Georgia has to prove why it doesn't want gay-oriented vanity license plates. A man is suing the state because it denied his request for personalized license plates that read "For Gay Lib," gay power, and gay guy. The state said no to those plates, but during the same time approved terms like haters and beer.
I would be the last person to say I would care if they got rid of personalized plates altogether. I think in today's society, you can read all of these license plates to be morbid or discriminatory or however you want to read them. But I think it's strange that the government has so much power to be so subjective.
Well, see, that's what the issue is. Now, first of all, this is Wisconsin, so I don't think anybody should have a problem with a license plate that says beer on it. But beyond that, I mean, all the states have rules against vulgarities. But in Georgia, they also say that they'll decline stuff if it's political or philosophical or some of these things. That is a First Amendment nightmare. And it seems to me if you're going to go the vanity plate route, you can't be in the business of picking and choosing based on content once you get beyond the vulgarity thing. And
So you think this guy has a case?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Tracy, states will never give up on this because they make a lot of money off of people who are willing to pay an extra couple of bucks to have, you know,
I used to be one
a
of them.
Hoya on their Marquette license plate.
You used to be one of them?
I used to, I had vanity plates.
What was it?
I had one on a Chevette that said, "It's all right." Then I had a red Sentra that said "Red Rover." And I don't remember what else.
Wait, I'm back with the larger concept. Tracy Johnson driving a Chevette. Now, I'm sorry, that just...
A diesel Chevette.
A Chevette.
That was back in the day.
It was awesome.
I'm just saying, you learn something new every day.
Every day.
We will take a quick break now. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Chevette.